Congratulations, you signed up for Medicare. Now what? Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, what works best for you? Hi, my name is Janine. I am your Get Set Up Guide and Medicare expert, and today we're going to talk about the differences between a Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement plan. Let's get started. Why do you even need them? The reason why you need a Medicare Advantage or supplement plan is because Original Medicare does not cover everything, and more importantly, it does not have a maximum out-of-pocket, which means that your medical expenses can just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And many people do not want to have an unlimited amount that they could owe in medical expenses. So they consider either a supplement or an advantage plan. With a supplement, let's talk about a supplement first. With a supplement plan, there are 10 standardized plans, and those plans are going to cover pretty much a lot of your deductibles and copays that Medicare doesn't cover. So, for instance, if you were looking for the most comprehensive plan that you can buy at this time, that's going to be a Plan G. And so the only thing you would have to pay would be a Part B deductible. Now, here's another thing about a supplement plan. There's no networks or anything like that. If your doctor takes Original Medicare, then they are going to take your Medicare supplement plan. You don't have to worry about it. So it's easy to travel with. You don't have any questions about whether or not the doctor is going to take it. As long as they take the Original Medicare, no problem. Like I said, you're going to have those predictable out-of-pocket costs. So if you do a Plan N, let's say, you know that if you go to a doctor, you're going to pay up to $20 for a doctor's visit, or up to $50 for an emergency room visit, unless you are then put into the hospital. So those are things that you just kind of know when you're looking at your Plan N. So Medicare supplements, it's going to be predictable for you, which is nice. Now, the bad thing about a Medicare supplement plan is that you're going to have to pay a premium upfront, which means that each month you're going to have to pay the premium whether or not you use it. So that's some things that people would prefer not. And then again, it's limited to Original Medicare. They have to accept Original Medicare in order for them to accept your supplement. And it does not cover your prescription drugs. So you're going to have to do a separate prescription drug plan. When you're looking at a Medicare supplement plan, it's like a 3-card plan. You're going to have your Original Medicare card, you're going to have your supplement card, and you're going to have your prescription drug card. But the good thing about that is you get to choose which one you want for your company, for your Medicare supplement plan, and for your prescription drugs. You get to choose which plan you want, and you get to choose what company you want. So you do have some flexibility when you are looking at that. Now, let's turn the page and look and talk a little bit about the Medicare Advantage. When you have the Medicare Advantage, your Medicare Advantage takes your Part A, your Part B, and your Part D, hospital insurance, medical insurance, and prescription drug coverage, and it puts it into one plan. Now, your Medicare Advantage plan is going to be more of a pay-as-you-go. So as you utilize it, you'll have to pay those co-pays and those deductibles and things like that. You could have a Medicare Advantage plan that has no premium, or it may have a premium, just depending on the plan that you choose. Now, when you're looking at a Medicare Advantage plan, you also may have some extra benefits that are built into the plan. So you may have the dental, the vision, the hearing, the over-the-counter, the gym membership. So some of those things are going to be built into the plan, so they aren't going to cost you anything extra, which is nice. And then also, they work with like integrating your benefits with additional services. So there's a lot of things that are built into the Medicare Advantage plan. Now, some of the cons are you are going to have a network. There are a network of doctors. So if your doctor is not in the network, either you're going to have to go to a different doctor, or you're going to have a PPO plan, which allows you to go to doctors outside of the network. But if you go to a doctor outside of the network, you're going to pay a little bit more. So there's going to be some restrictions when you're looking at that. A lot of times you may have to have a referral from your primary care to go to a specialist, depending on the type of plan that you have. And You never know what's going to happen. So your out-of-pocket expenses might be a little less predictable, because one year you may have a good year and you just go for your preventative care. You don't go the next year. It could be a bad year and you have all of these different medical expenses. But the good thing about a Medicare Advantage plan, there is a maximum out-of-pocket. So even if you have a bad year, you do not have to worry about it. Just your medical expenses just keep going and going and going, because you will reach a point where you have that maximum out-of-pocket cost. So what's for who? So if you are the type of person and you are interested in being able to budget your expenses, you're interested in the most flexibility, and you're able to afford a premium, then you may want to consider a Medicare supplement plan. If you're the type of person that you are interested in keeping your money until you need to, or you want a more managed approach to your health care, you may want to go with a Medicare Advantage plan. So a few things that we need to consider. We need to consider your health care. How do you want to pay for it? Do you want to pay for it up front, or do you want to pay for it as you go? Are you a person that is ill and you need to have more coverage, or are you a person that's pretty healthy and you don't really need or go to the doctor very often? What are your health care needs? What is your budget? Can you afford the supplement plan along with the minimal co-pays and different things? Or do you need something that doesn't have a premium? That's something to consider. Are you a person that travels? If you're more of a travel, you may want to consider a supplement plan, because a supplement plan is going to travel easier than an Advantage plan. An Advantage plan will travel with you. I don't want you to think it won't travel. It will travel, but a supplement plan will travel a little bit easier for you. And then, do you have preferences for your doctor? Supplement, doesn't matter. Advantage, you do have to have some consideration. So what works best for you? What's the right plan for you? It's all dependent upon you. You have the different choices and you have the different options. So Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, what works for you? I am so glad to be on this Medicare journey with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Have a great day.